What is going on, everyone? Welcome to Conspiracy Corner Podcast. This is Abe, your host. Today is May 1st. I believe so. I don't know, man. A lot of people, a lot of channels always say that something's supposed to go down on May Day, because it's like a Illuminati holiday. I'm not sure about all that. I know about like the whole maypole, and maybe we'll have to do a deep dive on May 1st and like the occultism, the maypole ceremony, which is like a pagan thing. Yeah, maybe we'll have to plan that, do a special episode. But they say today is like one of the dates that the Illuminati, the elites, whichever term you prefer, that this is like the day that they'll pull something off. I'm trying to think of anything strange happening. I mean, we had the blackout, but that wasn't on today, which we're going to discuss a little bit of that. Today might be an episode that's kind of a little all over the place because I got a lot to talk about. But Israel's on fire. We'll talk about that here in a minute. And I'm not sure if that started. If they're a day ahead of us or not. So that could have been the May Day event. I'm not sure. Let me know in the comments if you guys know if Israel, are they a day ahead of... I'm in America, you know. If they're a day ahead of America or not. That's what it looks like out there. Which I am fucking thankful for because it's 10 times cooler than yesterday. Yesterday too, I forgot my fucking fan. I got a little fan in here. Let me turn that on real quick. I use it while I'm podcasting in the car, and my fucking battery's been overheating. I was pouring fucking sweat yesterday. Because I'm a maniac and I podcast in this car that has no air conditioning. But yeah, as far as updates, just been playing video games. I wrote up a page of talking points. I'm gonna do possibly a double feature game review. I'm gonna do that for the Blue Pill podcast, so that's planned. I was taking notes for this podcast, and I got to thinking, dude. I used to do this like back when I worked at Kroger. I would come home. So this actually ties in with a comment that I got. It was on my Easter special, which has been a huge hit. Hey, I'm thankful for it. It's cool as fuck, you know. Damn, my fan just shut off. I wonder if it's because it's kind of windy today, so it's fighting the wind, maybe. There's no way it's the battery. I charged this battery. Maybe my fan's just broke. That sucks. My fan just fucking broke, dude. Wow. That's gay as hell. Technical difficulties. Sorry about that. That fucking blows. I loved that thing too. What was I saying now? Oh, so back in the day I used to, and this is channel related, it's an update anyway, so, I used to do cover art for each episode, because I would come home and I would do audio recording through the laptop on whatever I was reporting on that day. And I had a comment the other day of like, hey, because I did an Easter special, you should, I didn't realize this was all talking, which blows my fucking mind. And this guy was real nice. I was cool about it. I wasn't a dick or nothing. But, dude, it is one of my biggest pet peeves. I had 2 comments within the past 2 days of like, wait, you're just sitting here and talking? You clicked on a channel called Conspiracy Corner Podcast. And I literally, in the intro, either say, welcome to Blue Pill podcast, or welcome to Conspiracy Corner, podcast. What part of podcast do people not understand? I get people who comment, oh, you're just sitting here talking? Yeah, that's what a podcast is. It's talk radio. It's literally talk radio. There's no difference between talk radio except for like FCC and all that bullshit. It's the same fucking concept. Long form talking. You're just gonna sit here and talk for 30 minutes? Yeah, that's what a podcast is. It's literally just listening to someone. Like, I put out video just because, honestly, it's, people prefer it sometimes to actually watch the people, like, their mannerisms and shit, and I get it. Punch buggy, no, oh, fuck, I didn't have time. I told you guys we were going to start playing it. It blows my fucking mind. I don't fucking understand. Like, it's talk radio. I don't know how many times I gotta, like, describe podcast to people. Like, people are like, well, you're on a video platform, YouTube. Yeah, there's a lot of podcasts on YouTube. Like, Joe Rogan started on YouTube. Like, sorry. I mean, is it like a YouTuber thing of, like, YouTubers wanting to kick podcasts out? Like, are they jealous of us? Do they not like us? I know podcasters, we talk a lot of shit about YouTubers, you know, because most of them are like retarded, like Vitaly and, you know, all these idiots. What's his name? Somali or something like that. Both of them are going to like prison. One's in Korea and the other one's in fucking Philippines, you know. We do talk a lot of shit about YouTube content creators because you guys are retarded. And the guy who commented on a Blue Pill podcast episode of, why aren't you showing anything? He said, what the fuck is this? I said, it's a game review. I said, it's a podcast. You clicked on a podcast. I said it's a podcast in the intro. Like, it's audio. I love podcasts. That's my main consumption is podcasts. But, like, I understand that it's just audio. I just put it on the background. And the guy said, well, I'm just going to put it on and go to sleep to it. And I'm like, well, go for it. Like, that's the whole point of a podcast. I listen to it at work, you know, because it's something I can listen to and stimulate my brain while I'm working. We're not meant to just sit there and stare. Oh, Joe Rogan moved his arm. Oh, that's awesome. Joe Rogan put in a Zen. Whoa. But yeah, the guy said, well, dude, you should do like slideshows and shit. I used to do that. I stopped doing it. Not permanently. I still do it every now and then. I did it for the Leave the World Behind series. But what I was trying to say is, I used to do like cover arts for each episode, and I would like physically draw them, color them, and use my mascot, which is a bunny rabbit. I'm the white rabbit. Yeah, I stopped doing it because I stopped kind of doing that format. Not permanently. I still do it, like I said, every now and then. It's just time consuming. And me and my wife are both busy as hell, so we don't have the time to edit like we used to, you know. And sadly, a lot of it got thrown on her shoulders. I feel bad for her, and she was like, I can't do this anymore. And I get it, you know. She was literally having like no life. Like, she would come home and edit for hours, go to work, go to sleep, and like she had no life. And I totally get it. Like, it's not her not supporting my dream and shit. I understood, you know. So I don't have her help me as much. I I used to do like title pages for podcasts, and I don't know why. This is how burnt out I am. And when I tell you guys that I am not tech savvy, I'm really not. I am a retard when it comes to like fucking computers and technology, and that's why I don't do like any dark web videos, because like I wouldn't even, first of all, know how to get on the dark web, and second off, like if I did, I feel like my phone would just explode in my hands from viruses or something. Like I would lose all my money in my bank account like in 2 seconds. Like I don't know anything about fucking computers. So like, hey, that right there, that's a good sign. Like if for some reason I ever get like the Illuminati wants to take me down and say like, oh, he downloaded like CP and shit, because you guys know Tucker Carlson, he's talked about it. Like if they want to take you down, they'll take you down. CIA's done it like a billion times with people. Like, oh, you're saying too much? We'll just download CP on your computer and arrest you and throw you in prison for the rest of your life. Like, to think that that's impossible is, you know, insane. I mean, if phone scammers can literally download fucking apps and take control of your computer, pretty sure the CIA can do the same. So yeah, if I ever go down for anything like that, at least you guys know Abe was a retard when it came to computers. And you guys, if you've watched enough of my channel, you fucking know I'm completely retarded when it comes to computers. I even took a computer class in high school and literally like failed it miserably. And the teacher was so mean, she wouldn't fucking help. Like, she was a horrible teacher. Miss Tomlin, Garrett County High School, you suck. She does. She just fucking sucks. She never liked me for some reason. But I don't know why I just never thought of this. I stopped doing it, and I enjoyed doing it because coloring and drawing is like super therapeutic for me. And I honestly liked it too, because I have a huge binder full of all my drawings from like every episode that I ever drew a title page for. And it was cool because I would take them and get copies of them and write my info on the back for the podcast, and I'd hand them out as flyers. Like, so anytime, me and Sammy do a lot of traveling and shit, so anytime we'd travel, you know, I'd leave them in bathrooms, leave them on cork boards. It's a good way to get podcast info out. A lot of my subscribers came from them physically finding a flyer and shit. Which, by the way, hang on to those flyers. If I ever become a famous podcaster, like, you've got something from, you know, back in the day that might be worth money. Also, like, to me, it was like, I'm a very two birds, one stone type of guy. So I was like, okay, I'll make these title pages. I can use it as a title page for the podcast. Plus, I can use it as flyers. And 3, I do giveaways and shit, which no one participated in my last giveaway, but I have bumper stickers that I'm making right now. I have flyers that I will hand sign and shit, maybe even personalize a note, whatever. And I've been trying to like send these to people. Like, I don't know, I thought it'd be cool to like, if I like a podcast, you know, like, in free of charge and shit, I've been trying to give people like, you know, like original title pages and shit. Might be worth money one day if I ever blow up, you know. But for some reason, I had never fathomed the idea of like just taking a picture on my phone, because I've been doing a lot of podcasting just straight from my phone because it's 2025 and it's honestly easy and shit. By the way, dude, Joe Biden ruined aviators. My glasses are at work right now. It sucks. I don't look too bad in them. He did ruin aviators though. But it's Jover. But I just never fathomed the idea if I could still do title pages and draw them out and shit and just take a picture with my phone and then upload it as the title page from my phone. Like, I don't know why I'd never fathomed that fucking idea, because I'm a retard. So you might see title pages again. And for that one listener, like, I wasn't bitching at you or nothing. So this is kind of a responding to comments video, but I used to check out my older shit. I used to do that. If you're into podcasts where they show slideshows of images and shit, go check out my older shit. I used to do that. I just, lack of time, dude. And time is moving quicker, you know. I'm a busy man. I do the best that I can. Ooh, nice rhyme. I didn't even intend for that. I think my fucking fan is dead. Alright, so let's get on with another subject. So we got some more updates, not on the channel, but I did an episode 2 episodes ago, and it should be titled Virginia Giufre, Suicide or Murder. Go check that episode out. For some reason, and I'm fine with it, because I'll be one of the few who are reporting on it, but no one's really talking about this. Not a lot of people. I got a lot of info from Salty Cracker today, so go check his channel out. He's a little conservative. He's a Trump tard. He's cool as fuck though. I like him. Go check him out. Tell him who sent you, you know, and maybe he'll give me a shout out one day. I've given him multiple on this channel, so but I got a lot of this info from him. He delves into conspiracy. A lot of it's like social commentary or political commentary, but he puts out good shit. Like, I'm a classic liberal and I watch his stuff. I love his channel, you know. I shouldn't have said Trump tard. He's gonna take that as an insult if he watches this. I don't mean it, brother. Like, I don't trust anyone. I'm very paranoid. I don't trust either party, you know. I'm very nihilistic when it comes to politics. I'm essentially an anarchist. So, I am so thankful, dude. Like I said, dude, knock it out of the park. No one bats 1,000, Sam Tripoli says. And I'm not always right, but I've got some pretty good fucking intuition. I love saying shit and being right about it. I don't know, it's the ego, you guys know. I don't have complete destruction of mind. That episode that I put out about Virginia Giufre, I was like, dude, people take it as an insult of, oh, you're doing conspiracies about Virginia. How do you think her family would feel? And I said, honestly, they should be honored by that. I would be honored by that if I died mysteriously or was thrown in prison mysteriously, like we were talking about earlier, and the whole family was calling bullshit. Actually, a lot of my legal shit that's going on right now, of being accused of like some fucked up shit, my wife's family, my whole family's turncoats. My wife's family was, every fucking member was like, no, that's not Abe. You guys see this shit? Sorry, dude. We're storm chasing today. I look like Link right now. And I'm glad I didn't get any negative hate or anything, but there has been so many times on this channel, rain's coming in, that I have been right about something and everyone in the comment section treated me like shit. And Roseanne Barr says it all the time, when will we get our apologies? Roseanne, never. We will never get our apologies. You just have to deal with it. And I've literally commented like, where's all the haters now? Where are ya? I don't bat 1,000, but my batting average is wicked, dude. Her dad, Virginia Giufre, came out, and he's like, nah, my daughter did not commit suicide. Sorry. And I want a full-blown investigation on this. And he's like a real southern, honestly kind of like a redneck-looking dude, which I'm not bashing him. He looks like he could be a mean motherfucker. So, these pedophile elites, you know, took old girl out, and daddy's pissed. And I know Salty was talking earlier today when I watched his video, or it might have been yesterday or the day before it came out, because I've been sitting on his video. I've been wanting to watch it and take notes. He's like, dude, this guy better be careful because he's playing with fire, and these motherfuckers can just take people out, you know, suicide them, and we all know that. But I think because he's a dad and you're messing with his little girl, he's fucking pissed. He doesn't give a... He seems like that type of dude, like I said, that's kind of redneck, old school, badass motherfucker. He seems like he's that type of dad who's like, I don't give a fuck, kill me. Like, I don't know. The dude seems like he probably carries a piece and has shotguns in his house, so like, he's just waiting to just fucking blast these motherfuckers, because the elites don't realize that. At least with the Jews and shit, they actually wrote in the Torah and Talmud and stuff, like, kill the offspring. That's why you would hear Jehovah, Yahweh, which I believe is fucking Saturn. Blows my mind people worship this motherfucker. I don't know. Don't get me started. Like, how people are Christians and Jews, and like to this day, after everything that's come out, blows my fucking mind. Like, how can you be a part of that psyop, you know? But whatever. That's a whole nother fucking video. They would say, you know, like, kill the offspring because of vengeance, dude. And in this case, it's reversed, obviously, but when you take away someone's loved one and you murder them, and that's one thing I kept telling, I'm going through some shit. I've been going through shit for years with, like, the court systems, like, and shit, and it's like, I'm to that point of, like, going GTA 5 or 6 stars. Like, leave me alone. You know, you get to a point where you just stop giving a fuck, and people are like, oh, there's blah, blah, blah. Like, I have family members who are like, you know, like, don't do that. But I'm like, dude, I'm getting to the point, I'm just going to fucking buy a firearm, and, like, when these motherfuckers come, I'm going to go out like William Cooper. Sorry, you guys pushed me to that point, man. Tis what tis. But yeah, daddy should be careful, but I just don't think he gives a fuck. His name is like Robert something, so. But, he's like, yeah, my daughter didn't commit suicide and I want a full-blown investigation. So, don't get your hopes up, dude. And you're gonna see, I fell for it. You guys know me. I fell for the fucking QAnon psyop shit. I was a Q-tard. Do not fall for this shit, guys. I'm telling you. Don't fall for it. I doubt nothing's gonna happen, and the people who are investigating are what? The FBI? We all know they're fucking corrupt. CIA, they're all fucking corrupt. I just realized you can see the reflection in my glasses. That's kind of cool, actually. That's trippy. Sorry, I used to do a lot of drugs. Hallucinogens. I'm a psychonaut. Don't get your fucking hopes up, dude. That's like with the JFK files getting released. Well, no, the JFK ones, I need to look into that still. I was on my hiatus, my break from podcasting when all that shit came out. I still need to do a deep dive on it. But like the Epstein files getting released, like half of it was blocked out, and I didn't actually look into it, but I heard a lot of other like conspiracy podcasts talking about it. Like, it was a bust. Nothing. It was either shit that people already knew, or there was, from what I heard, like, there was nothing that really came out of it. Like, half of it was blacked out. Like, I don't know. I need to do a deep dive on it, but let me know if I'm wrong. But I heard that it was just bullshit. Like, it was just kind of like Release the Kraken. You know, I did a whole episode on it, getting all excited when I was a Q-tard. Punch bug, you know, yeah, dude, like, QAnon was, like, the best psyop for them. It was, I fell for it. You know, I was hook, line, and sinker. But don't get excited about her death being investigated. I'm just saying that, dude. I doubt anything's gonna come of it. So, give me just a second. With the whole car wreck thing, I got some actual more info on that I didn't know. Apparently, she was hit by a fucking bus, dude. So the picture of her all bruised up and shit, that was from a fucking bus accident. I didn't have the full details just yet. I just knew there was an accident, a car accident is what I heard from my sources, but I didn't get the full details. So, yeah. And she, like, almost died from, like, kidney issues, so I don't know if her kidney got fucked up during that whole ordeal, and she almost died from that. So there's a lot of talk, and the conspiracy is, go check out the last episode because I discuss it. The whole conspiracy is that she actually died from that injury. That basically they ran her down with a truck, or a bus, I mean, not a truck, and like, she actually died then. It was an assassination on her, and then they just faked the whole suicide, and, you know, they do what they always do. It blows my mind that these people, like, work for these agencies and actually truly believe in their heart of hearts that they're, like, good people. Like, working for, like, the scummiest of scum, you know. But apparently this is another thing that Salty brought up too that I did not fucking know about. 5 years ago, she put out a post literally saying, if anything fucking happens to me, it is not suicide. I am in no way suicidal. Yeah. And there's all these, like, fucking blue pill, blue-haired liberal fucking idiots. By the way, I said I was a classic liberal, old school liberal, so I'm talking about these new fucking liberals, the progressives. Like, these blue pill fucking morons are like, oh, she committed suicide. She committed suicide. That tweet was 5 years ago. It doesn't matter that it was 5 years ago. She knew that she was going up against the elites by saying Jeffrey Epstein and Prince Andrew, like, fucked me as a child. You know, I was being trafficked and all this jazz. You guys all know her story. And they're going to try to kill me. But they're even doing, like, fact checks and shit. So I would not be surprised if on this video, when it comes out, there's, like, fact checks on it. You guys know how YouTube is and all that shit. So it's looking I played devil's advocate on the last episode, but I ain't gonna lie, dude. They killed this bitch, man. I mean, and she's not a bitch. I shouldn't have said that. They killed this chick. You know, they fucking killed this chick, in my opinion. Allegedly, for legal purposes. Let me know what you guys think, man. And for some reason, like, barely anyone is fucking talking about this, which I'm cool with. I'm barely getting views on this, so I'm thinking it's getting, like, my views have dropped, dude. It's really weird. I'm thinking they're fucking shadow banning this info, this specific subject. Everyone else is talking about Israel's on fire, this and that, but, like, no one's talking. And the moon made a smiley face the other day, you know, like, ooh-wee. Everyone's talking about stupid shit, and all this shit's going on. I don't know. I'm not bashing other content creators because I enjoy fun conspiracies too. You guys know that. But it is weird. It is fucking weird. I think they killed this chick, man. I think she was already dead from the bus incident. They kept her on ice and then made her suicide herself, you know. I love y'all. Please like, share, and subscribe. Let me know in the comments what you think. Y'all have a good day.